Hello, I'm back from a long hiatus from Heroes and Generals, the very game I started out with when I started this channel. And yeah, it's also been a while since I got in front of the camera, so here I am again. And for this video, I'd like to do a quick review on the new update. They just released the new airplane for all factions, and yeah, I flew around in a few matches, and I think it's already safe to draw a pretty big conclusion, so let's take a look at that. So I was thrilled at first for the Germans to finally have a nose cannon on what I thought would be an agile fighter plane, but was quickly disappointed by its beyond sluggish speed. It's reminiscent of the heavy fighter planes when they were released and how slow they were and how they would lose all momentum when they turned. And look how fast the MiG is compared to this thing. He's gone. Absolutely gone. Look at that. From one point to the other. However, apparently that plane doesn't have any armaments other than the machine gun, so it also sucks balls at dogfighting. Which is weird because they just now buffed the machine guns on the Warhawk in this update because of this specific reason. So once again we have this painfully slow plane and its feeble counterpart. It's like what I said about Rito repeating mistakes in my parody video.
But instead of fixing it, we gave it to another plane. Because we like our players to relive the sheer horrors of things we've already fixed.
So that's the trade-off, I guess. This flying manatee gets a nose cannon in exchange for speed, and the MiG gets godlike speed in exchange for being a pacifist annoyance in the sky. A sacrifice that these other planes didn't even have to make because they still have the best of both worlds. Ground attack and dogfighting. So the new Messerschmitt is slow, but it has a cannon, so that makes it ideal for ground attacking at least, right? Nope. Doesn't even excel at that. You'd think it'd be better than the original Messerschmitt at ground attacking for having a nose cannon opposed to having wing cannons. This is because the wing cannons they've always had in this game don't converge, which usually results in halving its hit rate. But you have to keep in mind that even though it'll be more accurate for being centered, since it's a single nose cannon instead of the dual ones on all these planes, it has half the ammo capacity and fire rate. So in that sense, the wing cannons are better because you'll get random hits from that off cannon you weren't aiming with and therefore do more damage. So it's not just far worse than the other Messerschmitt in every aspect, I think it's actually worse than the recon plane. Yeah, I think the recon plane is way more deadlier. I mean, look at what it's capable of doing with a long ammo belt of HE rounds and a high rate of fire. With this accuracy by volume, it's not just good for killing infantry, but it's also capable of killing pilots on superior planes. So it's just as slow as the Messerschmitt, but can also pack a deadly punch. On top of that, it's much cheaper and cost-effective to maintain for both the pilot and the officer that deployed it. Not to mention that it must be humiliating for these bastards to be shot down by a dinky-looking plane. Now, let's pretend that it was buffed with dual nose cannons in an upcoming update, and then it'd actually excel at ground attacking, which would effectively replace the other Messerschmitt. But buffing it would create this three-way divide between ground attack on infantry, ground attack on tanks, and dogfighting. Now, ideally, everyone owns two pilots to switch from APCR to HE rounds depending on the situation. So, if this three-way divide occurs, we would now have to purchase a third pilot just to know what it feels like to drill holes in tanks with dual nose cannons. But like I said before, these other two can shred both planes and tanks with APCR at optimum efficiency, while we would only be able to accomplish one of these tasks in this hypothetical scenario every time we switched pilots. So are these planes supposed to be that bad? I mean, it says in the update, they stated that these are like a stepping stone, something to learn with on your way up to the higher tier planes, but I thought that was what recon planes were for. They're training wheels that are actually fun and effective. You can learn plenty from those recon plane mirror matches in the sky. And keep in mind that recon planes are also in their own category, so if you queue up in assault mode, you'll definitely get that mirror match. However, if you queue up in the medium category, you have the high probability of getting pitted up against the superior fighter aircraft that most pilots already own. And what can you possibly learn from being slaughtered by these? It's all a contradiction. It makes no sense. It's truly a worthless update. Look, I'm sorry for the harsh criticism, but it's out of like tough love. Because yeah, I was a total fanboy of this game, and hell, I'm still playing it. I'd really like to see the game succeed, but I just feel like there's so many detrimental things in the way. So I think in my upcoming videos, I'm going to take a more in-depth look and really analyze these things, and maybe, well, I'll definitely propose solutions for them, and I hope the word gets out. Thanks for watching, and yeah, there's definitely going to be more Heroes and Generals videos, though I do want to keep jumping around to other video games and just kind of make a variety of things. But yeah, here and there, I have a ton of footage. Endless Heroes and Generals footage, so yeah, shit, I was thinking about making another channel called just a footage jump of H and G, but yeah, please like and subscribe if you liked it, and see you next time.